Yes, much like, yeah, it would be very similar from as the Everything Bagel. A timeline crawler would be perhaps the good version of the Everything Bagel. Um, hey, whoa, Black Betty, Asmaran, whoa. Welcome back, everybody, to the show. I am your host, as always, Jay Villain, aka That Villain J, and tonight we have a very special treat for you. Yes, we do. I know people are mad at this deck right now. I'm gonna open up. Let's address the elephant in the room right away. No one is liking Life Gain currently. Everyone is mad at it. I'm doing a little bit different. I'm doing J Villain's Life Gain. You might need to be happy with the meta Life Gain. You're gonna see J Villain's Life Gain, which has a little bit more, I feel, tips and tricks in it. Not so kind of low-end spammy, and a little bit better finishers across the board. I also feel like it's a really good introductory deck to get people who are not familiar with the game. Like, Life Gain is a great way to just kind of start because it's very simple. I've had a few people ask me, is this deck easy? Is this deck for beginners? This is the one for beginners right here. So before we get down into it, guys, I need you to do something for me, which is, of course, tenderly press that like button. Gently press that subscribe button, because if you don't press that like and subscribe button, guys, you're gonna get attacked by the like and subscribe, which you may or may not know is a YouTube werewolf who will viciously maul you and rip you apart for not liking the video and subscribing to the channel today. Join us on our stream every night at twitch.tv/thatvillainj for all live streaming goodness. We'd love to have you there live and in person on Twitch and on YouTube. You can follow me both of those places. Get the live stream both, hit that notification bell, and be notified when we go live or anything new happens. We'd love to have you on the notification squad. Check out our Discord community for all latest news, information, post your decks, ask questions. It's all right there in Discord. We'd love to have you. And of course, this deck and all the other ones that I build are going to be available down below on my AetherHub. So if you want a copy of this one, go right down to the AetherHub and you will find it. So, that all being said, what are we talking about with Easy Life? Pretty straightforward deck. Gain life, hit hard. Yeah, that is going to be really the long and short of it here. Opening up with the 1-drops. Now, I know that a lot of other people's builds, they go with a lot more 1-drops on this. They go really kind of investing in all of kind of the low end. I'm going to go a little lighter on it. We're going to do 4 Hinterland Sacrificers, 1 white, 1, 2. Whenever you enter, another creature enters, you gain 1 life. Solid, simple life gain over for a 1-2 right there. Leonin Vanguard, kind of the low-key MVP of these decks lately. 1 white and 1/1 at the beginning of your combat and your turn. If you control 3 or more, you gain life, and you get +1/+1. Really, really good combo card for going wide on this one, which is effective. Pumps up and plays early. Great way to spam early life on this one. I do really like it. Rune Lurker Bat, 1 white, 1/1, flying a lifelink at the beginning of your end step. If you descended this turn, scry 1. Now, I know a lot of people like to run the Hawk. I don't feel like it's necessary. I don't feel like we need another 1/1 flyer with everything else that we're doing. I know that that's a big one right there. I don't want to run the Hawk. If you want to run the Hawk, you certainly can. I'm going to go with 2 Rune Lurker Bats. You could go 3. You could go however many you want. And that's going to be our flying lifelink. And it also gives the ability if something dies, we get to scry. We have that descend ability right there. Then there's going to be the basic life gainers that are going to benefit from all of the life that we're gaining right here. There's going to be 2 main workhouse cards. Ajani's Pridemate, 1 white and 1. 2/2, whenever you gain life, you get put a 1/1 counter on this guy right here. He gets bigger for Cat Soldier. And then we have a Bat Cleric for Essence Channeler. Kind of the better version of Ajani's Pridemate, but we need these solid soldiers that are going to fill everything out. 1 white and 1, 2/1 Bat Cleric. As long as you've lost life this turn, this creature has flying and vigilance. Whenever you gain life, put a 1/1 counter on this creature. So the other good thing about this is if this creature dies, meaning that you've got it up to like an 8/7, all the 1/1 counters that you've put on Essence Channeler are going to switch over, going to flop over to somebody else, and they're going to get the 1/1 counters as well. So really the only way to effectively deal with it is going to be exile. It does gain flying and vigilance if you damage yourself, if you've lost life. Now, this is the thing about Mono White. Mono White almost never loses life on things. What I've done here, and this is the trick that they're not telling you guys, in my opinion. What I've done here is put Starting Town. If you put Starting Town in your deck, you don't need it for the more lands. What you need it for is to pay 1 life and add 1 mana of any color. Okay? That way, you can specifically tap it to hurt yourself to fly in. That is a little trick that people don't talk about. You can use lands, any pain land at all, really. Any land that causes you pain to lose life, use it to trigger the flying of Essence Channeler. People aren't expecting it. So yeah, by using Starting Town, you can ping yourself for damage to give that flying. So we have our workhorse cards, and then we need our removal. We're going to be running the Get Lost, and we're going to be running Shelter. As much as I hate running Shelter because I feel like it's OP, it's just too much. I do like the fact that it does give you lifelink. So it's 1 white and 1. It's an aura enchantment, and when it enters, you get to exile something, which is amazing. +1 lifelink in Ward 2, an absolute powerhouse of a card. Arguably the best uncommon 2-drop in the game currently. I don't think that there's any kind of dispute on that. Do I like running it? No. But the fact that it can exile and it does give somebody who doesn't have lifelink, it is a super, super effective card for an uncommon. Of course, we're going to be running Get Lost. 1 white and 1 destroy target creature, enchantment, or planeswalker. Its controller creates 2 map tokens. The map tokens can backfire on an occasion. I'm not that worried about it. You can run any kind of removal that you want. I think that the main rule of thumb here is going to be basically you need to run 8 removal bare minimum. That is kind of the nature of the game right now as we go. So those are going to be your 2-drops, our workhorses and our removal. Again, very, very simple. Halaya, Guided by Light, an extremely useful card. Just basically, I think people were sleeping on this one and realized how good it was because we had to see how Warp worked. 1 white and 2, 3/3 legendary creature, human soldier, with the Warp 1 ability. 1 white gets it down, and anytime a creature, Halaya or another creature enters, you gain a life, and if you've gained 3 or more life, you get to draw a card. Card draw is going to be super essential for these decks, and especially if you're going to be gaining a lot of life each game, you can draw a lot of extra cards. That's going to be key. So we're going to do that. You can spam out a lot of gains. So if you do like Hinterland Sacrificer on turn 1, turn 2 Halaya, turn 2 Leonin, you're going to have gain 3 life, you're going to draw a card, you're going to pump up, you're going to be in a huge advantage if you do that. So you can play her early in the game so you can make sure that you get that card draw and that extra life that you're spamming on. You're just constantly gaining that life, and then she can be played safely later for 3 as it goes. Just an absolute auto-include nowadays, just an essential card in any kind of life gain deck. And that, I just can't express how useful that card draw utility is. We'll go with Lyndon the Steadfast Queen, who is currently dead in the lore. 3 white, 3/3 vigilance, human noble. Whenever a white creature you control attacks, you gain 1 life. Super effective. Part of the reason that this is so effective is that it makes the creatures that are attacking bigger. So if you go in, if you attack with a Ajani's Pridemate or an Essence Channeler, it's going to immediately trigger them and make them more powerful, which is super, super effective. Again, the more creatures you have attacking, if you have a full board, you attack with 3 or 4 creatures, that means gaining 4 life. That means +4 in each one of these. So you're talking about huge, huge gains off, ripping off with Lyndon. She's also her own 3/3 Vigilance, which is good for her own attacking. Solid little creature right there for another 3-drop legendary along with Halaya. Great way to also trigger off Halaya. If you attack with 3 creatures, you're going to get to draw a card. Now, here's where kind of I differ with a lot of people. I think Exemplar Light belongs in here, in my opinion. I think you need a big flying closer to combine with Essence Channeler to kind of finish off. The biggest issue I had with kind of the full White Weenie style, just all little teeny creatures that ping you, is that they have a lot of trouble closing. They can come out very explosively and do a lot of damage and get very frustrating and have a lot of life to chew through. But I feel like Exemplar of Light is the key to kind of closing it up right here. 2 white and 2, 3/3, flying, and whenever you gain life, put a 1/1 counter on this creature. Whenever you put 1 or more counters on this creature, draw a card. This ability triggers once each turn. So again, you have a gain life, get bigger type of card here. Again, following the same rule of what does it do? It gains life and it gets bigger. Ajani's Essence and Exemplar. But we have the added ability of gaining a card advantage off of that as well and being flying. Being able to fly in for that much damage, especially gaining all that life going in and hitting for that huge, is super, super tricky to get out of the way. Combining the card gain, the card draw from Halaya and Exemplar is really good. When we can gain 3 life, draw 2 cards, off of that and pump everything that we're doing and just generally get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger it becomes very frustrating for our opponents to kind of deal with that, especially for constantly putting pressure. We're not having to trade big losses. We can keep kind of refreshing our hand with fresh cards, fresh removal, a lot of 1/1 blockers or other little spammy blockers that can just get in the way of things. That is really, really essential to kind of grinding down the game. We're going to go with 3 Ley Lines of Hope. Why not? 2 white and 2. I rarely ever hard play this. This is if this is your opening hand, you can begin the game with it on the battlefield. If you would gain life, you gain that much life plus 1 instead. Super powerful. A lot of people swear by the light crystal. I'm not crazy about the light crystal. I'd rather get this for free. If you want to do the wind crystal, sure, it's very similar. You gain twice, and white spells are cheaper. But frankly, our white spells are not that expensive, and this is a late game one. I would rather go with the chance that I get 2 Lines of Hope and that we're gaining more life. The other additional bonus we get here that kind of helps finish it out, as long as you have 7 more life than your starting life total, which is pretty easy with this deck, to be honest. It's not hard to get that much life, 7 more than your total, which would be 27. Everyone gets +2/+2. That can be super surprising. Again, you can pull off some cool moves of, you have 24 life, but then you swing in with 5 creatures, you gain 5, everyone gets +2/+2. Linden puts you over the top on the hit right there. You gain that life, everyone pumps up an additional 2, and boom, they're dead. So you can kind of sneak on people here using Ley Line of Hope. You can kind of just go directly at them and just pop them out like that. So this is kind of my version. This is kind of the... I know that a lot of people are playing it. Lifelink is not too popular, but I felt like if I didn't weigh in with my version, people would be curious. So I wanted to do it. 19 planes right here. 1 Adventurer's Inn. That's not a bad choice. I don't want to overload it on there because we do have some heavy life cost there. You could do 2 Adventurers Inn. You gain 2 life. It's a simple land that gains life when you put down. And of course, using the starting town trick of damaging yourself so you can get off the flying on Essence Channeler. Don't forget to use that. That's going to be essential right there. 28 creatures from angels to soldiers, rabbits, nobles, humans, clerics. 4 instants, 6 enchantments, 23 altogether. Lands on a 2.2 average. All white, standard. Very, very basic, very, very easy, guys. I can't express. It's direct. Play your cards. The only really new mechanic you're going to need to figure out is warp and using your warp correctly. Aside from that, remove, gain life, put pressure, and hit. So a very good deck for like a beginner, a starter, just to kind of learn the game. I know life gain is like, mono white life gain is like everyone's like first deck where they kind of try to figure out how to play. So, just wanted to get that in there and do it. As far as the other sideboard stuff that you could do on that, again, I talked about Wind Crystal. Authority of the Council is not a bad idea to slow down aggro. Joust Through is not a bad removal either, especially for aggro. You gain 3 damage and you gain a life. Reroute Systems is a good one. Indestructibility is going to be super essential, especially if they're trying to hit out your big creatures. So Reroute Systems is not a bad card to do. 1 white. Target creature... artifact or creature gains indestructible or 2 damage to tap creature, so you can either hit removal as an instant or protect. Restoration Magic's probably my biggest suggestion here. This cat-eared mage, 1 white for cure. Target permanent gains hexproof and indestructible, or permanent gains hexproof and indestructible, you gain 3 life. Curaga is your anti-board wipe tech. If you know that they're leading into a board wipe, you see that they're running like Esper or something like that, and they're all about destroying everything. Hold back. Make sure you have the mana to cast Curaga, because 2 white and 3 permanents you control are hexproof and indestructible, and you gain 6 life. So super good way to fumble up somebody's kind of broad hit right there. Very good card. Rest in Peace for your Reanimators. Not a bad one. Playing Devil's Advocate to Rest in Peace is Raise the Past. We do have a lot of 2-drops. Raise the Past could be a key card right there in case you wanted to do that instead of like Leyline. In case they're just spamming a lot of removal, Raise the Past can come in handy to just refresh the board very quickly. And believe it or not, Resplendent Angel can make a splash in this. With the amount of life that we're gaining, if you don't have the rares to fill in your 3-drops, 2 Resplendent Angels aren't bad to gain that extra life and start hitting out angels onto the board there. So we could get a little bit more angelic help as it goes. So that is what we're looking at for easy life. Is it going to be popular? I know people are frustrated with life gain right now. Does it die very easily to Screaming Nemesis? It can, but we did beat a Screaming Nemesis deck with this, which is to its credit. So let's get into the rank here. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think. Are you tired of seeing life gain? Let's go. I don't know. Let's find out. Leave a comment. Let me know. Alright. Oh yeah, I never play Azorius artifacts either. It'd never happen. Oh, white. Oh, he's doing okay. He's got me doing what he does. Don't do it. Oh, you fucker. I like the plains art. These? Yeah, those are pretty good. Pretty good plains art. Not gonna lie. Leonin. No attacks. Draw. So we do Linden and Ajani's Leyline of Hope. He's gonna hard cast that. No, he's not gonna do that. Oof. Linden. Double triggers. Exemplar of Light. Okay, so next turn, yeah, we're gonna really go off. We're gonna really go off, Queen. Yes, they are Amonkhet. These are Amonkhet lands. I like the swirly color. I really like this swirly color on the bottom. I don't really care about the pyramids, but this lovely swirly design is enjoyable to me. It's very pleasant. Let's do that. Boop, 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 boop. We may have outgunned him here. We're going to pull a Halaya. Okay. He's going to do that. Not much he can do else. Next turn is going to be massive. Massive thick boy. Thick boy. Alright, we're going to do this. Boom. There we go. Now we're talking. Now we're talking. Let's fucking do it, man. Let's fucking push these assholes. Let's stop fucking being it. Blue for Vocalist for double triggers, it's a possibility, but I don't really like Azorius. Shelt Medelt. The dude is got royally screwed here. He's gonna gain. Yep, there we go. TK Tiger Cat, thank you for subscribing. By the way, Twitch, it is September. It is September. It is actually 30% off to subscribe, giveaway gift subs, all that stuff on Twitch. And let me tell you, do it on a browser. Don't do it on your app. You go to the website, you save an extra $1 or $2. It's cheaper. It's more expensive to subscribe on Twitch off the app. So you go to your website, your actual Twitch website browser, and you subscribe from there or gift subs from there, and you'll save a couple of bucks too, on top of your 30% off. So if you ever wanted to support the channel, that's a great way to do it. This works. Why not? Boom. Oh, look, it's these fuckers again. Let's do this. Or I have to kill the thing that comes out next. Oh, okay. Maybe it's not landfall then. Meowity, thank you so much, DK. TK Tiamantes. Yeah, any removal will do you good. Just pretty much any top deck removal is gonna do you fine. Also, you should craft Get Lost. That's the other thing you should do, is probably try to save up for it. Exercise, anything that's gonna kill a creature, you're gonna be fine with. Test a watt. Boom. Gonna go in for 6. Boom. Put it on Exemplar of Light. Boom. Hell yeah. We'll do that. Linden into a shelter, I think, is pretty much going to lock us out here. Unless he kills Exemplar. Oh, clever. Alright, he thinks he's down with the sickness here, but he's going to be real fucking sad when it happens. When it happens, guys. 12. Block the 12. Take the 6. Boof. Boof. Draw an extra card off this one. Gain a life. That goes to 7. We draw an extra 1. It's another Ajani's Pride. Hopefully he doesn't get that stupid thing back. We'll see here. If he's got the kill for the Leonin, then we're in trouble. But maybe, maybe not. No, he doesn't. He can't get it back. Are you going to Zachary Fair? Parsley, sage, rosemary, and thyme. Linden. Halaya. Got him. Got him. Yeah, You have to, if you're running shell, you kind of have to run shell. For any other get lost, I mean, any destroy, any removal card, if it says destroy, exile, remove, it'll all work. It'll all work. Okay, I could deal with this. Can't get Linden down that quickly, but that's okay. Okay, now I can. Hey, what's up, Aaron? How you doing? Cynical Loner. Okay, they're reanimating. They're reanimating. Let's see if they want to lose it. I don't think they want to trade. Okay, not a great opener right here. We'll have to wait till we get the Reanimator card up onto the table. Lumbering World Wagon. Okay. Could be my deck. Let's go. I have to wait for him to play this and then fucking kill it, unfortunately. Kona, so true bestie. Yeah, this is mine. This is my deck. He probably can just reanimate next. We don't have any graveyard removal, so we're pretty screwed. Yep, it's 100% my deck. Because nobody runs Vile Mutilator, aside from me. Literally nobody runs that card but me. So let's see what he reanimates here. I don't think Lay Down Arms is in standard. Tiny Bones! Yeah, this is 100% my deck. $100% my deck, yeah. Lumbering World Wagon number 2. Thank you for following, King of Guam. Get a land. Pop, pop. Can we go over the top with fucking Exemplar of Light before they do 20,000 damage to us? If he has a Reanimator right now, or he has a Kona Beast, we might be able to get off, because this looks like bad luck more than anything else. If he can't get the Arden out, if he gets the Arden out, he's going to hit us for 10,000 points of damage. Thank you, man. I appreciate it, King of Guam. Nope, he couldn't get it in. Couldn't get it in to fit it in, man. Or he's waiting to do the Reanimator on the back end there. Ajani's. We push. Ooh, man. Bad luck for homie here. I was running my deck, though. I feel bad. Townadar, if you're watching this video, good game, man. I know you just got a bad hand. You should have had me dead to rights. You just didn't draw good. Wow. That was 100% my deck. Nobody runs fucking Vile Mutilator. I hate beating my own decks, because then the guy goes, this fucking deck sucks, man. But, I mean, also, it's just bad luck sometimes. I don't know if they're adding more Merfolk. You might see Merfolk in Lorwyn. let's see. It does appear that there is some merfolk in Lorwyn. Yeah. It would appear that way. The master's tools will never. That's a very dramatic way of putting it, man. I like it. Yeah, that would be January. All right. Do we do that on turn 3 or do we do that on turn 3? Let's wait. Yeah, Seam Rip is a little bit limited. It is it's very kind of early game lockout. It does work good on tokens though. And it does work on anything. It works on anything that's 1 or 2 drop. I think it's permanent. So there is ways to get that out, you know, against pretty much anything that anybody puts down. Screaming Mimi. Ooh, our bane, our nemesis. Bango. Elia. Yeah, this is the worst possible case scenario. He's gonna do that. Ping me for 1. Pump. Known. Pump. Bang. Is he going to do it? Is he going to bounce the damage? He's not going to bounce the damage. No attacks. Draw a card. We need the removal. That goes away. Yeah, I think with Lorwyn, the one thing I'm looking forward to is Dark Elves will be fun. Dark Elves are always a really useful build because they do have Black Elves in there. Let's try it. Let's try to go for the block here. Maybe we can bait him out. He hasn't not playing cards, so let's make him play some stuff. Let's make him play it. Pump. He's going to play the other pump. Nope. Or he's going to play a lightning bolt or something. Yeah. Torch the tower. Oh. Whoa. Let's do this. Boom. We have to draw a card. Double pump. Damn. A little bit of flooding here, guys. Not ideal. Boggles, we're going to get Kithkin, Boggles. We already have some Kithkin. He's going to hold off. We just got to get rid of this guy here. It's a fucking another mana. This is a flood and a half, boys. Boys and ghouls. Do this one more time. One more time, gonna celebrate. Push for 8. He's on a turn clock next turn. He's on a clock next turn. Gonna draw another mana. Thank you, game. I really appreciate the 10 mana off of 17. Torch the tower. Boom. I've gained too much life for this to matter. Yeah. Yeah. He had everything, man. He should have been pushing me. I was never gonna block. He should have been pushing me, man. He should have absolutely been pushing up against me there. Hey, what's up, Vlad the Stoner? How you doing, man? Boom. Boom. Guarded air. J protagonist. What's up, Darwis? Alright. Let's keep it. I gotta blow my nose. Alright, we're back. We drop you. We drop you. Let's see if he wants to trade here. I'm fine with trading. Okay. Could play removal. No, he's doing bat. He'll probably take, yeah, I figured as much. Yep, there we go. That's very ominous sounding, Vlad. That's quite ominous sounding, Mr. Vlad. I need my morning coffee. Who wants to make it? Eddie, how you doing, Eddie? Welcome to the show. Good opener there. Let's see if we can get to tier 1, guys. Let's see if we can get to tier 1. I know people don't like this, but we gotta run a simple life every now and again. I promise I'll follow it up with a he's gonna lightning bolt that. I promise I'll follow it up with the black guys. I swear. I swear. I swear on me mum. I swear on me old mum. Wicker folk Womberwingers. Okay. Let's do this. Boom. Let's do this. We do need another card here. We do need another land to pop out here. Derek Tomes, welcome. The voice of us sportscasters have a little bit more pronunciation like this. Pop fly for number 5 going into the left field there. It's catch by Rodriguez. He fields the ball. Quick ball to the third base. That's what sportscasters sound like more. They have that kind of cadence going for them. I sound like more like a movie trailer, I think. Pop, pop. That was a pretty good sportscaster, though, you have to admit. Screaming Mimi? Absolutely not. No way. Buff, buff. Boom, boom. Okay. You know, I make that voice. I'm doing an impression of a sportscaster when I speak like this. I wonder if they're always talking like that. If they're making that voice, or it's just naturally how the people sound and they're lucky. Yeah, I wish I could do. I wish I could do audiobooks or voice acting or something like that. I have a job and I have this, so I don't even know where the fuck I'd fit that in. You know, that would be the real question more than anything else. Is where does that even go in? I'm a social worker. I work for a charity. Does he have the protection card? I don't know. I don't know. Let's wait on the removal. That's going to be 2 outs, 2 balls for Sanchez. All right, he's going to do this. Boof. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Maybe he's got the pump, maybe he doesn't. Let's do it. Maybe he's got the protection. I think he does. He keeps holding up priority, which, yeah. Boom. We do that. Boom, boom. Very rough for Jay. Leonin. Halaya. Leonin. Hit. Pop. Boom. Gain life. Wildfire Wickerfolk. That may be too much for us. 2 damage. Distribute 2 1/1 counters. Yeah, that's gonna overload us there. The protection is what I was scared of at the end of the day. There's too much. 2, 4. I don't think we can throw enough meat in front of these guys to do anything about it, really. We do that. We do that. We do that. I don't think it matters. 1 goes through 9. Boom. 10. He probably has another pump in his hand too, so yeah, there you go. Yeah, not enough removal for these guys here, guys. Boof, 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 boof. Yeah, not enough kill. I only had, what, 1 kill card, 2 kill cards? Not enough for aggro. Not enough removal for aggro. We really needed that shelter to pop, but again, we flooded because we love flooding with this deck. I think it was the right move. I mean, retrospectively, I think it was the right move to kill the what's-his-face. But if he kept pulling those, there was nothing we could really do off that. It's been going all right. We just got 4 in a row. We're almost at D1. He's going to burn him up. Boom. Might burn him up too. But every burn he spends is a burn he doesn't have, so we run it that way. Boom. Yep. Run him down, man. Run him down. We're going to put down another one of these. He's going to burn another one. Man, we're facing a lot of fucking red. Yeah, I'm glad we saved the removal for you. I'm glad we saved the removal for you, man. Pop, pop. What we got there? Land and Vanguard. You. Exemplar of Light. Boof. Alright, what do you got for me? More burn? Pump. Not crazy about having to use these Get Lost. They have been backfiring a little bit. Boom. He's going to pump. No blocks. I don't want to give him that. I don't want to give him the satisfaction there. Bolt Wave. Great genre of music, but not something I needed to see there. Boof. We got to gas him out. Yep, that was the trick there. We had to gas him out. Yeah, pretty much all of the what's going to be in Omen Paths has been released through Spider-Man. I'm a little sad that they haven't showed us more actual Omen Path cards yet. Like, what do the Omen... Like, they've released all the Spider-Man stuff, but I'd like to see the actual Omen Path shit, personally. That would be really nice. Boom. Diamond and Night, probably not. Well, you know, if I hit Plat 1, we can run black into Diamond, probably. Depends how fast these games go. Oof. Put you down. Do that. Unholy Annex. It's a good one. Flash him in. Boof, 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 boof. Pop. We say goodbye to Halaya, but we draw the card. Okay. Ooh. Unfortunately, I'm afraid it's bad news here. Boom. We gotta do that. Exile. That's fine. What's he gonna run? He's gonna be petty. Petty is good, man. Petty is good. I like when they're petty. Omen Path set splash / Spider-Man is next. That's what's next. It is on Arena. It's through the Omen Paths, and in paper it's Spider-Man. But it's the same cards. They just have different names. I get to draw a card here. I'm not liking how many fucking cards he has and how we're not drawing, because he's just got fucking aces here. This is not going well. Demon Wall. It's a bit of an issue. He's actually playing cards now. He was just kind of sitting back, and I mean it's a good strategy, but it is a problem for us. Halaya, guided by light. Do Ley Line of Hope. Do this. Which one do we want to keep? Ajani's Pride Mate. Boom. He's going to pull it out with Intimidation. No, yeah, we're fucked here. We're not getting the right hand to deal with this shit. This is just all black all-stars right here. This is all black all-stars, and we're just never going to get the shit we need to deal with it, I don't think. We need a life generator, but he's going to kill too much stuff to move forward with whatever we have. Now, that's not discounting that he couldn't fuck up here, but it looks like he's just going to slow grind us out. 2 annexes on the board, he's going to outdraw us really, really quickly, and if I draw land here, it's game over. And that's game over for us right there, guys. We can't keep drawing lands. We can't keep doing that. Well, we have a card draw here. It's Linden, but again, he can just force us to discard every single turn. He's just always going to have the advantage off of us. Yeah, no, we're wasting time here. We're wasting time. No, we flooded way too much. We drew too much fucking garbage, and he got double annex out. That's probably like nothing. I think it looks like the most fucking commander beaten into a standard set cards I've ever seen in my life. I don't think there's anything in there that is even going to remotely touch the current meta. Not even one single card that is going to be effective in the meta. Commander, maybe. I don't know. Maybe Commander people will love that shit. But as far as I can tell, that's basically nothing that is ever going to be effective in Standard. And that's what I play as Standard. That is the lens which I see the world as Standard. Boom. Boom. Pop, pop. Fizz, fizz. Push. The Riot Spider, I mean, yeah, if you're running Spider decks, but it's not Riot for everything, it's just Riot for Spiders. So it's like, it's cool, but you have to only run Spider decks. Everything is a whatchamacallit. Everything is a legendary, so you can't even run multiple of anything. You know what I mean? Yeah, I mean, the biggest thing I can say about Spider-Man, blue ley line, yeah, but then you're running Is It, and you're going through you're going through a whole nother fucking thing, like, you know what I'm saying? We're doing a lot to get very little, you know? We're doing a lot to get not very far. Boom, boom, boom. All right, we need a mana. Now we need a mana. Oof, oof. 2 brews on the ladder you haven't seen. What'd you see, Ryan Links? He's gonna play Shelter probably. Because we can't get anything here. He keeps touching his Voice of Victory. Oh, Sir Von Dam. Also known as Jean-Claude Van Damme. He's gonna do it. Oh, Timeline Crawler. No fucking way, man. We love the Crawler. If this gets exiled, it also exiles something else. See, CJ Link, you see what you're doing here, CJ. You're kind of making my point because the interesting cards that you're listing are all lands. And when the best thing you can say about a set coming out is that its lands are real tasty, you know that set's not. No. It's not. It's no good. Who's he gonna exile? Ajani, boom. Scry, Linden. I actually really want a flyer, to be perfectly honest with you. I call it Timeline Crawler because I like to think of a time-traveling donut. So yes, the answer is yes. I add R on purpose because I think Timeline Crawler is a funny name for a card. There we go. I was looking for that mana. I'm glad I put that down to that. Boof. Boof. Pop pop. Fizz fizz. Bop bop bop. Bop bop bop. Leyline, we don't need that. We don't need that. He's got to have a kill card for Exemplar. That's pretty much the long and short of it. Yes, a crawler is a donut. A timeline crawler is a donut that travels through backwards and forwards in time. Or exists at multiple locations throughout history. Ooh, he's going to go off. But go off, Queen. We're going to do that. Alaya, guided by the light. Wrapped up like a deuce, another runner in the night. Good game. All right. So he could block this and this. He would still take 3. So it really wouldn't matter what happens. Yes, much like, yeah, it would be very similar as the Everything Bagel. A timeline crawler would be perhaps the good version of the Everything Bagel. Hey, whoa, Black Betty, Asmaran. Whoa, Black Betty, Asmaran. She's always ready, Asmaran. Whoa, Black Betty, Asmaran. Boo-doo-doo, doo-doo. Boo-doo-doo. The real question we have to ask ourselves now is how do we have 43 people? I'm sorry, 45. All right, guys. Well, when we're not getting swept over and over again, this is the basic life gain deck that you can pretty much run effectively. Getting hit with kill cards again and again and again and again, not ideal, but it certainly can survive through some of that, for sure. I know everyone hates life right now, man, but hey, it works.